Who doesn't love the movies? I love the movies, and I found one of the most gorgeous sets here. We all know the phrase, build it and they will come. Well, boy, did he ever. I'm gonna take you to a movie shoot that's actually a home right here in South Metro Denver. I'm Lisa Snyder, your host of The American Dream, and I'm gonna bring you to a home where the buffalo actually do roam.
How are you doing?
So good to
see you.
Good to see you. Oh my gosh. This is, you've heard this is the home that Jack built. This is the home that Winston built. So Winston, tell me, which came first, the land or the home?
Well, in this particular case, the land came first. Nick and Hannah had purchased a lot, brought me out to collaborate on the design of the house. And so they had their ideas, very specific ideas. And from that point, we put everything together. I brought in the architect and we were able to create this masterpiece.
Now, I suspect they chose you not just because of all your talents and your skills, but I can't help notice your name, Winston Wall. Of course you're a builder. Of course you're a builder.
Yeah.
But you've got some history in that name. Tell us about the legacy that was launched earlier, decades ago with your family, and how you're carrying that legacy on into, the 21st century.
Well, my brother's an architect, and 30 years ago, we started Wall Custom Homes, and we built over 500 custom homes in the Denver metro area. Before that, my dad had his own building company and development for 46 years. And so I had worked for him for a while before we ditched the old man and started our own project. So it's a long history, and we learned a lot in those early years, and I'm still learning.
You chose to stay here and to build here, not just physically build, but you built your life, you've raised your family. How has that felt for you now as a grown man, building homes for other people who are building their families as well?
It feels great, and I've traveled around the world, but it's always great to be back in Colorado. I love it here. I love the weather. I feel like it's the best place to live. With this site, I would never want to leave the house with this view.
Orlando Franklin, you have brought the sunset down to earth in the daylight, right here in Cherry Hills Village. What was your vision to make all of this that we're about to see happen? Literally, not a whole lot from quite a lot.
Well, my vision, first of all, was just this enormous property. We all know this neighborhood. I found myself years ago just driving through this neighborhood late at night. And I said, if I ever get an opportunity to get a house or do a renovation in this neighborhood, I'm going to try to bring California/Florida to the state of Colorado. So that's what I think, we did with this project, and we're super excited about it.
Orlando, I am convinced that you're the reason why we have 300 sunny days a year, because you've been in Colorado such a long time. And now with this magnificent modern luxury that you have put together, you can live anywhere you want. You could be anywhere you want. You came to Colorado as a Bronco. You're still here. I know I kind of grabbed you by the shirt a little, not intentionally, to say we're never letting you go. But honestly, why Colorado?
Well, you kind of mentioned it just now. When I first got here, I'd never been to Colorado before. I got drafted to Broncos, and then the next day I was on my way to Denver. And I am now, 30 minutes out from DIA. The pilot goes on, he says, we now began our initial descent into the Denver, Colorado area. And I'm looking out the window like a kid in a candy store. And I'm like, what in the world is this? Because I'm used to landing in Miami. I'm used to landing downtown Jamaica, in Kingston, Jamaica, or Montego Bay, or Toronto, where I grew up. So it was definitely a culture shock. And immediately my thought process was, man, I'm just gonna do my time, my 4 years, and get up out of here. But within 6 months of being here and playing for the Denver Broncos, I realized that I could call this place home. And reasons why I call this place home is, kind of mentioned it, 300 days of sunshine. And my kids, they love it. I want my boys to be outside every single day. I love the fact that in December, January, February, March, there's days where it's 65 degrees plus and I'm in flip-flops and shorts.
Well, you tell me if this has not been the movie set of your dreams right here in South Metro Denver, Colorado, where the buffalo actually do roam, and we've had elk and vision and just an absolutely beautiful day. I'm Lisa Snyder, your host of The American Dream, and I'm excited to bring you my next episode right here for Denver with lifestyle and culture and real estate. See you soon.